What is going on, man? We're back for another episode here, episode number 4 of the Steagles podcast. This is week number 4 as well. So we got a lot to speak about. I was trying to find the right word to speak about because some
Unpack,
of these
unpack.
games unpack. I guess unpack is the right one. Some people got sent packing in their own house, and we'll get to that. Both of our rival teams face each other. That was a hell of a game. We got a rookie quarterback that did a hell of a job versus the Bengals. We're gonna talk about him a little bit. He's in my division as well, so I got a little worry right there. Um, and obviously, we're gonna be recapping last week's game, this and the week games that are coming up, and any games that we feel necessary to have to talk about. Um, but with that being said, you guys know what time it is. This is the Steagles podcast where we talk
All Steelers,
all Eagles, all
all
NFL.
NFL.
So real quick, Ed, give us a quick recap on the Steagles Hall of Fame. What we got going on? Who we got already?
You already know Steelers Hall of Fame. We need your help to decide who's gonna be the next inductees to the Steelers Hall of Fame. We're looking for who you think should be the next one. We had Mean Joe Green for the Steelers. That was the first one that we selected, and Reggie White, of course, for the Eagles. But we're trying to look for the next Steelers to be in the Steelers Hall of Fame and looking for the next Eagles. So we're trying to see what people think and trying to find out who's gonna be our our two next big winners. Who do you have in mind?
For me, I like I was telling you last episode, I think Brian Dawkins is gonna be the guy for me. Um,
Yeah, that's probably gonna be a
yeah,
popular
hopefully,
pick.
hopefully everybody else agrees. Who do you got in mind for your side?
I mean, I'll probably go with Troy. I was thinking about it, maybe Troy, or also I was thinking about Terry Bradshaw because that's a lot of rings. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
do.
I'll probably go with Troy so we can do something like closer to our era. But at some point, Terry has to get some love because 4 rings as a quarterback, 4 rings, right? 4 rings is crazy.
Hey, if
You
you
you feel me?
I mean,
So,
we only got one over here, so I don't feel you.
but you
So
know what I'm saying?
you
I
trying to be
think
smart? You trying to be a smart ass? Is that what you
no,
do?
no. I'm just saying. Terry is, he was kind of wild though, but he got the job done for sure.
Yeah,
So that's how I feel.
yeah.
One of those two.
Yeah, so if you guys, I mean, if you're a fanatic of the Steelers, the Eagles, or if you're not and you're a football fan, but you know some of the Eagles and Steelers players that you respect and admire, I mean, comment them down below. And if you're watching this on YouTube, comment down below there as well. We're live on my Facebook page, trying to get interactions.
Unfortunately, for some of your teams, you only have like 2 or 3 good players, so it's gonna be hard for you,
You talking
to
about?
pick.
You
No,
talking
not for
about?
you. No, I'm not
Oh,
talking about you.
well,
Come
when
on,
you
don't,
say
don't
you,
take it
you pointing at
personal.
me. You were the only ones
Talking,
talking here.
now I'm talking to other people though. Other
Yeah,
people, when they hear this. But for us, it's kind of hard though because we got a lot of good players throughout the years.
yeah, no, that's a fact. So with that being said, man, let's get right into our games. Let's
Let's get
recap
it.
this. We'll slow our minds. Obviously Eagles versus Saints. We played the Saints who were coming in red hot, bro. They literally beat who they beat. They beat Carolina the first week. They just whooped them. Like
Dirt. Panthers are dirt, so
for
that doesn't
13.
count.
So I didn't take it too serious.
Right.
But then they did it to the Cowboys.
Right.
And I got to give them a little respect for that, right? Because even though I hate the Cowboys are still, I believe, one of the best teams in NFC. Not saying they're top 3 or anything, but they're definitely one of the best teams in NFC. So that was a respectable win, and I had to give them credit. And I didn't talk too much shit because I didn't want to be on the other side of a blowout like that.
Right.
But both defenses came to play that game. It was a hell of a game. I watched it from the beginning to the end. Enjoyed every second of it, other than the first 3 quarters, which just contradicted what I just said. But but I
It
did
was a
enjoy
good game.
it.
It was
I
a good
enjoyed the
game.
lows. I enjoyed the lows just as much as I enjoyed the highs because you can tell our team is growing, is getting better. And the fact that we can go on the road and get a win in a tough place like that with a team that was coming in really hot off those last 2 games, I was excited for the win, and I still am excited. I got my chain on.
Right. A win is a win.
I was gonna wear I was gonna wear the shades and get a cigar. You know, I was gonna be all out with it, but I said, nah, I'm not gonna get too cocky this week.
Right.
Even though it was a hell of a win, our defense showed up. We need that defense to show up every single week. If we can get that type of defense to show up every week, we could have been 3-0 like you guys. We were one Saquon catch away from being 3-0 versus the Falcons. And my
Right.
boy Malcolm was way too hype about that. But it is what it is. You lose some, you win some. At the end of the day, what matters is the playoffs, you know? So
Right.
we want to make sure we're clicking in all cylinders towards the end. You don't want to start off hot and then lose that momentum towards the end of the season. So that's how I feel about that. I'm not upset
This
about that Falcons loss. Yeah, what you got for me?
this is how I feel. First of all, you cannot have Saquon Barkley playing like that and then losing games. You know what I'm saying? When you have production like that from your running back, even if you are not a great team, you know, you should be always in position to win. Coaching is kind of suspect. A lot of play calls.
Those
A lot of
those
people don't agree with it.
I didn't agree with it, bro. I was over there like, why? Just give me the 3 points.
But that it happens a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's not the first time that we're talking about coaching decisions or coaching moves. So, you know, if it happens like every week, bro, every week, right? Every week, people is questioning, even when they win.
Yeah, that's true.
They're always questioning. We're gonna move on. So, you didn't have your starting wide receiver who's an All-Pro player, and then Devonta Smith also got
Oh man, let's talk
he
about that real quick.
he got he got hit with what a lot of people say is a dirty play.
It was
We
two
can
dirty
talk about
plays.
that.
It was two dirty plays. Or if you want to recount three, but two of them were in the same play.
I'm talking about the Smith one when they,
Yeah,
you know, hit
yeah.
him on
So when Smith got hit,
super high.
they hit him super high. His helmet went flying. He went down, right? And then I can't remember who it was, but there's another lineman came and jumped down head first towards his body, and he didn't really hit him, but he kind of like just still kind of like shoved him a little bit. He basically jumped on. My man's knocked out on the floor, and
Right, right.
he just damn near
And
almost
he's the smallest player on the field.
correct. And then I heard that they spit on him too while he was down there.
Yeah, yeah.
Pissed
I
me off,
seen, I
bro.
heard stuff like
You
that.
don't do that, man. Like,
No,
what's up?
we fighting.
We fighting.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows the fact that nothing crazier happened is surprising, because when something like that happens, everybody knows. Something like that happens, we're gonna ride for him. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna if they do that to your teammate, it doesn't matter. We're gonna forget about everything. We're gonna you know we're gonna clean that up for sure. So the fact that they control themselves is really you know, you gotta respect that. But yeah, Smith is super small though. You know what I'm saying? So you don't do that to anybody. You don't do that to him. So, and the Saints have fame for being dirty players. Remember back in the day with Sean Payton, when they had they had players supposedly getting money for getting people out of the games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You don't remember that stuff?
Putting hits on people, yeah, basically.
So, you know, I think that's what they do down there.
That was a dirty ass move, bro. And I'm still pissed about it, you know, even though we won. Like, I'm still pissed about that. And you seen what happened the very next play, right? My man Saquon went for 65 yards. Like, he was pissed. Saquon, you can tell, like, that really changed the mindset of our players. I feel like I felt like at that moment they said we got to get this dub. Like this is not about anything else than the Devontae Smith. We're gonna get this dub for him. I felt like that was the energy, and I love to see that. I love to see that. But yeah, that was a dirty ass hit, bro. Dirty ass hit. And let me tell you about the third hit, right? Because those were the two. The one where the guy the hit from the back, and then the guy dove at him when he was down, right? So there was another play. I don't know if you saw it, and it was an offensive lineman that drove Darius Slay all the way out of bounds into the bleachers and ended up like damn near almost pancaking him. And I don't know if he pancaked him, but he definitely like threw him and took him all the way back, and he got hurt because of that. You feel me? My man is like 180, bro, and you're like 330 pounds.
That's a mismatch. Definitely.
What are you doing? Like, and the plays, he's already
unnecessary.
Play. It's not a necessary thing.
There's nothing he can do.
Oh man, that
to affect the play, right?
That really got to me. But
that's weak as hell. That is weak as hell.
That's weak ass football. But it is what it is, bro. The Eagles won. Can't be upset. You know, it's part.
The difference between these games and the Falcons games, because the Falcons game was a good game too, though.
Yeah.
They finished, and like you say, it was a defense though came up at the right time, but they finished this game against the Falcons at the end, they were like, not making all the plays they needed to make. Like if they won the game already. So the difference was this: they really finished this game, and like you said, that hit on Devontae, it like united the whole team, and they came in like they played together, they played hungry, and they finished the deal.
Yeah, and
It was a good win,
you made
definitely a good win. They needed that against a hot team, but we talked about it. I wasn't buying the Saints though, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I always said, you got to be a really good team with a winning culture for a long time to really have a chance.
yeah,
You're not gonna come out of nowhere. And the Saints, they've been trash for a minute. They've been trash. It's
yeah.
about that time. It's about
Ever
that
since
time.
Breeze
We're being too
retired,
nice.
they've been
It's
trash.
a
Yeah.
it's about that time we get this
So to recap my
pop in
game,
the right way.
I want to give a quick shout out to the players I thought were
Whoa,
standing,
whoa.
and for
Sheesh, you tight end.
my tight end went
Oh
10
my God.
receptions for 170, bro. He went off,
Wilding.
and then that one hand catch that he had was crazy. And then Barkley also went crazy. I think he had like 143 on the ground. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was like 143 or something like
Trying
that.
to tell you. Barkley,
And on defense, Jalen Carter woke up. Jalen Carter
beast
on
mode. Yeah,
fire, bro. Like I have not seen him play like this was probably his best game in the NFL so far.
right.
And he showed pretty good highlights last year. But this game right here, if this is what he can do all year, people are gonna be in a problem. You know what I mean?
That's what we've been waiting. You know what I'm saying? We always said that the Eagles are super talented. Well, at some point you got to put it all together. Coaching and players got to put it all together. And if not, then you underachieve and you become like these other teams that we always talk about, like the Ravens, like the Niners.
Ravens are 1-2. If you would have told me the Ravens were
Bro,
1-2 in the
bro.
beginning of the season, I would have never
No,
believed.
no, no. They're gonna be okay. Like I said, they're top five. Like I said last week, they top five. I don't hate on anybody. I don't hate on anybody. I'm just calling it how I see it. Wait, I'm not done. Like the Bills, like the Bengals. Come on, come on. I've been saying this for years now.
Yeah.
For years now. Everybody loves them. Everybody loves them, and everybody loves him. You know who I'm talking about. Actually, I hear people talking about how, it's still not his fault. Like you cannot expect more from him.
Yeah, go ahead, my bad.
So you know what I'm saying? Like they still giving him all the love. It's the same thing. Come on. You cannot count on him. He's 0-3. I think Barrow is like 5-8, something like that, his last 13 games. That's less than mediocre.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like anyways.
it is.
But yeah, all these teams, if the Eagles don't put it all together, they're gonna become like one of these teams that they always underachieve. Super talented, but they don't make it happen because team chemistry, or just bad coaching. It's not talent, and now you are more stacked just because of Barkley, bro.
Yeah, they just gotta make it work, man. They just gotta make it happen. They gotta be productive because we got too much
Oh,
offense.
but a win is a win, bro. The win is a win.
So speaking about wins, I know you didn't play anybody too crazy, but how'd you feel about your game?
Well, you know how I feel about my game. That game don't matter because we play a trash team.
I got another trash team next week.
They were come on, don't get me started. The Chargers were 2-0, but I think we know. I knew for sure, but I think we knew that they are not for real. They're a fake team, and they got exposed. How do you get exposed? You play against the Steelers that I don't expect really anything against from them, and you get 10 points against the Steelers. Come on, I know the defense is crazy, specifically because of Watt. He is really the one who makes everybody better around him. Even though we have other ballers on defense, but it's really Watt that is like a game changer, a franchise changer. Because we win games just because of him. So Joe, 10 points against the Steelers. Come on. Uh, I didn't expect anything from the Chargers, and I still don't expect anything from the Steelers. I'm not gonna be happy with any win until we play a good team.
But you
So
you will, but not next week. The week after that, you play the Cowboys. So what happens there? I'll start giving more credit. I commented on somebody's shit the other day. I was probably yesterday, I think, and they basically said the Steelers are 3-0, but they're not in the power rankings. And I said, because y'all ain't beat nobody. Like y'all need to beat somebody that
Right.
it's a worthy opponent. You guys are just
I
beating
agree.
up on. You guys are like the Dolphins
Trash.
last year at the beginning. Like they were just beating up on all the sorry teams. So
Right.
until you guys play, excuse me, until you guys actually play a really good team, what are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah, at least they're not losing games because it will be sad if they're losing to these I'm sorry, these trash teams. You know what I'm saying? It would be sad. But if they lose to these teams, you know, I wouldn't even be surprised. It happened last year. I was never surprised when they lost to those trash teams and dirt teams that they lost to last year, even though they made the playoffs, even though they were above 500, even though another winning record, season record with Mike Tomlin, like all that is irrelevant. When it really matters, you always lose. That's trash. That's trash.
All
But
right,
anyways, they got the win, so winning is better than losing.
that's fact. So right now, your boys are 3-0. My boys are 2-1. We got this week matchups coming up. We got the Buccaneers. You guys got the Colts. These both can be games that the Buccaneers started off playing pretty good. I don't know what's going on with them right now. They might have had a little shaky intermission here, but you got the Colts. I don't really believe in
But
them
the,
here.
the Bucks are better competition that we have played yet.
You could say so. I mean,
That's my opinion. That's my opinion. So
say so.
that's gonna be another good test for you guys. Do you get your wide receivers back?
No, we got three wide receivers out, bro. So we got I think it's Paris Campbell, Johnny Wilson, and who was the other guy? I forgot who our other wide receiver was that got put on the
Well,
starting.
that sucks.
Yeah, that's oh Dotson. Sorry, I forget. So
Wow.
Dotson's gonna be the number one this game, and
Okay, that's what's up though.
Paris Campbell will be the two, and Johnny Wilson be the
Well,
three.
they're gonna have a chance to, step up their game and, become weapons or reliable weapons though.
Not really, because I don't care what they do when AJ Brown and Devontae get back.
Yeah, but you don't want to have two great receivers. You want to have three. You
Well,
know what I'm saying? So
we do have three. His name is Dallas Goddard. He's a receiver. He needs to get the damn ball. I'd rather him get the ball than any other wide receiver that's not called Smitty or AJ.
and you know what?
Honestly.
This just this has been going on for a minute, right? Don't we all know that he like that?
He's like that,
He
correct?
always right. Okay, I'm just making
Yeah, we
sure.
all
Like
know. I just don't understand why they don't feed him the damn ball. Like they try to force feed, they
you
try to force
nasty
feed
though.
our guys, and I can't. Like I just
Well,
can't.
that's the problem when you have so many weapons.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like at that point you shouldn't be forcing it. When you have so many weapons, that's when you just throw to whoever's open. Like you just that you know what I mean. Just like when you have no weapons, you just
Right.
go to whoever's open. Like I feel like sometimes,
Well,
like for example, Josh Allen right now. Look at him. He's thrown for 7 touchdowns. He's what probably the number one for MVP at the moment. And you know why? Because there's no egos in that
because
locker.
they love him. Because they love him. They always say Josh Allen is MVP.
No, 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 no.
He's always the front
Yeah.
runner.
But
He's
he's on there because of his stats. He has 0 interceptions. He has 7 touchdowns and 0 interceptions.
okay.
If he
This
keeps
is
that type of the game up, bro, what do you think he's gonna do
this is the first year that he doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. That's how I feel.
so far? So far.
Usually he be throwing few interceptions here and there. But
Yeah.
the most important stat is not the interceptions, it's the win and losses. And he's always putting numbers, always favored to win MVP. But when it really matters, I know that he doesn't play defense and I know he's not on him. But when he has a chance to make the plays to win the games, the same as Joe Burrow, they haven't made those plays. They haven't. We can go back and see it. Like, I understand that you're talented and that you put the team in the position and that if it wasn't for you, you are not in that. I understand that. But I also see that after doing all that great stuff, you still have a chance to win the game. Though to win the game, sometimes you're up, sometimes you can still win the game because you're behind or whatever. It's on you, and you don't make it. Come on, bro. Who wants you?
Yeah.
I'd rather have somebody else though. I'd rather have somebody else though. So I'm sorry. I know he's balling this year, but who have they played though?
I mean,
Yeah, it's looking good now. It's looking good now. Let's see what happens. Because it's not about what you do the first 3 games against bum teams though.
let me double check that honestly.
Josh Allen, super talented. One of the best though.
So
One of the
obviously
best.
they played the
But
Jaguars 47-10. So that's obviously
he's
they suck. So
Ja- well, we didn't expect for them to be dirt, but that's how they looking. Don't come on, man. They are trash, officially trash. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Lawrence. I don't know
he
what
just
happened to everybody there.
he just paid that guy too.
I don't know what happened to that whole state.
Yeah, it's
The
crazy.
Bucks are the only ones representing. But listen, yeah, the they haven't played anybody. The Jaguars don't count. They about to be dirt. So who do they play?
They got the Ravens up next.
We about to find out.
Yeah, on the 29th.
We are about to find out. That's a good team.
Um,
I said top 5. I said top 5. When they were 0-2, I said they were top 5. You know what I miss, bro. You know what I miss.
let me see.
Yeah. So who do they beat?
They beat
Trash
Cardinals by
teams.
6 points.
Trash teams. Thank you. I knew it. I knew it from the gate.
They beat
But
the
anyways,
Dolphins by 21 points.
trash
They
teams.
beat Jacksonville by 37 points. And now they
On
got
to on
the
to the
Ravens.
next one.
Yeah, now it gets good. They got the Ravens, the Texans, um, they got the Jets,
They
who's
play
playing
this,
really good. That's 3 straight good games right there.
and they'll play the Steelers at some point.
Yeah, then they get a break. They got the Titans, they got the Seahawks, Miami again, Colts. So they got 4 straight hard games. Then they got 4 easy games. Then they play Kansas City. They get a bye week. Then they play San Francisco. Then the Rams, the Lions, the Patriots, the Jets, and New England. They don't play you guys. You guys don't play the Bills this year. You guys
That's
play our
crazy.
division. You guys play the NFC East. You guys play the Dallas Cowboys.
No, but we played the Jets and
you don't play the division though. That's just a game that
okay.
matchup they do because you play one division, you
Right,
play
right, right, right.
division, and yeah, and then you would play a couple games that they give you, they handpick for you. So Jets is one of the ones they handpicked for you guys. Um, so with that
I'm
being
not mad. I'm not mad at that. All right. So what else do we got though?
so let's bring up some of these comments uh from Facebook. All right, so all comments.
So the Jets beat the Patriots. The Patriots they went back to their old ways.
Yeah, we're not surprised, right?
Rogers he
That
looked
wasn't a big
he looked good. He looked good like physically. He looked good like
It's
he
the
could move
Patriots.
and make some plays. So
It's the
I'm not
Patriots.
saying that they're gonna do anything, but at least he looked better than he looked in a long
Yeah,
time.
it
Good
looks
for
good.
him.
Yeah, I think he needed that,
I don't
but
think they're gonna do anything.
I don't
Just let
think
me say that.
I don't
I,
think they're
I
gonna
don't
get that far.
I don't think he's gonna do anything. I don't think they're gonna do anything. But he looked good in that moment.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, good for him, I guess.
nice. Um, obviously we saw
The Giants beat the Browns though. So shout out to Ralph and all the Giants family and Giants Nation. They still trash. We all know they still trash because we've been saying that, they are like top 3 candidate for that dirt team. So they trash.
what did they
We
beat the
saw
Cowboys
when I
on
beat
Thursday? Tomorrow. They play
one thing
tomorrow.
at a time. One thing at a time. When I saw that Redskins, I'm sorry, Washington Commanders, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The Commanders against the Giants, I was like, yo, dirt. I was like, yo, this, come on. But things change in DC, so maybe we can talk about that. But anyways, when I saw that game, I was like, yo, the Giants are like, they're gonna be trash, garbage, dirt for like 5 years. I thought they were they're gonna be like the next Panthers. But anyways, they got that first win, so Ralphie, love and respect.
Yeah, that's the Giants. I mean, that's the Giants for you. And again, they play the Cowboys this week, so we're about to see what's up for real with this neighbors guy and Daniel Jones versus these struggling Cowboys. Imagine if they just Imagine if the Giants. I think that's going to be an upset on a lot of people's tickets. I think a lot of people are going to be picking the Dallas Cowboys, and they might lose like by like a field goal or like 1 or 2 points. I'm a fucking lose it,
You
dude.
know what? You know what?
I wouldn't be
I got a
surprised.
feeling. I got a feeling Giants are gonna win.
Yo,
Sound like you? You're saying anything, just hating on the Cowboys for no reason. Sounding just like.
listen, this is part that's part of the game. But uh Bills Ravens, who are you taking for that? It's coming up.
Ravens. Ravens.
Yeah, I don't really want to pick either or honestly, but um all right, let's read. I got a couple comments here. Let me bring them up real quick. Your boy David Silver said there is no preseason, so the month of September is used as a trial where teams show what they want to be and adjust. Come week 5, you should have a better idea of pretenders versus contenders. How do you feel about that?
By the way, shout out to Coach Silver. It was like my first or second football coach in Puerto Rico. Actually, we play for the Steelers. We represent. This is why I like the Steelers because that's the colors that I rep when I was little. Play with Puerto Rico, Torrimar Guaynabo. If you know, you know. But anyways, yeah. So he basically saying that since we don't have preseason games, the teams are not ready when for the first or second, third game, they're still not ready. And I agree though. That's why you see a lot of teams not putting a lot on points. You see quarterbacks are not putting like 300 yard games. We also see a lot of injuries too. So
A lot.
what do you think? Like, do you think that they should add another preseason game, or do you think that just the 2 games is it's okay?
Well, it's 3 games now. It was 4. They cut one off so they can add an
Right,
extra to the
right, right,
regular
right.
season. So I think they're trying to add another regular season game and add another bye week. So each team gets 2 bye weeks, and they're trying to add another. So they would extend it by 2 weeks. They would add 2 more weeks to the football calendar, and you would get 2 bye weeks. But adding an extra preseason game, no, I think preseason's stupid. I don't think there should be a preseason. Honestly, I think it works for the people trying to make the team. That's the perfect thing for preseason. I think starters they get paid so much money they can figure out their shit when the games matter. Like you would hate to lose somebody you just paid millions and millions of dollars to in a fucking preseason game. That's the biggest negative about that.
I
They can
feel you.
get the rust off in a game that actually matters. Because if not, but then I'm sure you're probably gonna say this. Well, people are getting injured because they're not in football shape yet, and they're going into these games playing fully hard, and now no Diddy, and now they are all getting hurt because of it. So that's another point of view, but in my opinion, if they're getting paid millions, they need to try to, stay ready,
I
whatever
agree.
it takes.
I agree. They should be ready. Getting hurt, the lack of preseason games should not be an excuse for getting hurt. It's just like unfortunately part of the game and it's gonna happen. But my question is to you: do you think the quality of the game is affected by not playing preseason games? Like at the beginning of the season, do you think the quality of the game is affected by
No.
not having?
Look at the
Okay.
Saints.
Um.
Look at other teams that are playing really good. I just feel like it's all making sure players are prepared and just having the right scheme at times. Sometimes
Listen.
you should know if my player is not warmed up and haven't had preseason, I'm not gonna make him come out here and throw 43 times. Like I'm gonna try to have a balanced game and try to ease my way into whatever I want my quarterback to do or whoever. You want to run the ball heavy. If he hasn't had any preseason seasoning, then obviously you're not gonna want to run him in the first game over like 25 times. Like that's ridiculous. If you didn't have a game to warm up or anything like that, like so, I feel like it's all coaching. At the end of the day, it all comes down to coaching.
But these coaches are crazy. These coaches. These coaches are crazy. That's the first thing.
Mhm.
The other thing is this: don't you think that it affects the quality of the game or the play? Listen, how come the Steelers are in first place, undefeated? That says something.
Because everybody's underestimating them, and they play garbage teams.
No, exactly. Like
Not because anything of
have
the
we seen like a lot of teams performing like a good matchup. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't the way I see it, these teams are not like, balling. Like the think about this. Who were the top 5 teams coming into the season?
I think we had Chiefs, Ravens, Eagles, Niners. probably either the Lions or the Bills or somebody like
Exactly. Some of the Dolphins, the Lions, right?
that. That hasn't really changed though. I didn't say Dolphins. Who said Dolphins?
No.
I never thought that.
I'm not saying that it changed because for me, I tell you who my top five are. But are they balling? Are those teams balling?
The Niners are like 1-2. The Chiefs are balling. They're undefeated.
The Chiefs are the Chiefs. The Chiefs and the refs and the Illuminatis
That
and
coaching.
that's a whole
Hey, that
universe
coaching
apart.
is this is what I'm saying though. That's
Thank you.
That's
Thank you. You're right.
It's not
You're
because
right.
of
That's the
preseason.
difference.
Even though Mahomes did play some preseason though, right? But to me, it's coaching decisions. Like they let him go out there and take a couple of snaps, whatever it was that he did. I don't know if he played a full game. I don't know whatever he did, but it was all came down to coaching. Like there was
You're
decisions
right.
try to make and make sure his players were prepared. So
All right. So let's wrap these last week real quick, and so we can move on to the comments. All right, and then we go to next week. So the Vikings beat the Texans. Texans were a pretty hot and pretty solid team. The Vikings, they look like a new team. I don't even know what's
they
going
don't
on.
look like a new team. They just look like a team that that got a little spark because somebody had something to prove. That's just all I feel. I don't feel they're gonna fall out a little bit. Like and they usually have a really good.
Of course they're gonna. Of course, I'm just saying that they
No,
they
it
looking
sounds
like
no, to me it sounded like you was about to become a Vikings fan. Like you look like you was getting ready to throw all that Steelers shit away. The way you was talking.
no. I said they look like a different team because they always look like dirt. Now they are like trash.
Yeah, I know. If people
Is
never
that
heard
better
that,
for you?
they're probably like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
Is that better for you? Fan of the Vikings. I'm just. We know they trash.
It might
We
be.
know they trash.
It's a nice game.
Anyways, yeah, these other games don't matter. The Chiefs beat the Falcons. Malcolm, we know what's gonna happen. At least they didn't put 50 on you.
So real quick, we can't just skip that game because there was a crucial call that was not called that could have changed the outcome of that game.
You
Did you?
crying too?
I ain't crying. That ain't my team, bro. But did you not see? Did you not see the picture?
Pass interference. The pass interference.
Yeah, the dude, literally, the ball has not even reached the wide receiver, and he's already tackled in it. He's already gripped in the air. That's pass interference, bro.
I think that's what they call bang bang play.
What,
Yo, this is what happens. This is how I feel, and this is what I say. This is what I tell everybody. You remember the Patriots back in the day? They used to get all the calls all the time. The Ravens fans will complain. The Steelers fan will complain. Brady and the Patriots and Belichick will get all the calls all the time. It happened. This is not no new stuff. You got to make the game. You got to make the game so on your side that nobody can affect it. You don't put it in the hands of the refs. The refs made that call, and it affected the game because it was a close game and because you were in the red zone. Bro, don't be in position for that. You are playing the Chiefs and the refs and the Illuminati Nation and Taylor Swift. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to play a perfect game. And they didn't. So it's on them. It's on them. My bad. But, missed calls happen all the time.
Sure do. They sure do. I mean, but again, it's just what it seems like it's the Chiefs that get those.
It seems like you're going to become a Falcons fan now that I think about it. We got to talk about this game. Like,
well, they are.
Like if it's your team.
They already I am Bird Gang, so I represent my Eagles. But at the end of the day,
if they would have beat the
war, it's going to be all the birds versus everybody else.
Yo, Malcolm, if you listen, if you would have beat the war,
it's going to be all the birds.
If he would have beat the Chiefs, I would have a chair for him here. He would have been chilling with us. Yeah, he would have been a superstar.
We got to see his schedule, what it looks like, and we got to see how many games they win if it's even worth talking Falcons on this podcast.
They about to go back to being trash. I already.
Nah, that's crazy, bro. Nah, Malcolm's good, man. I love talking
trash.
The cool guy.
They not gonna be dirt, Malcolm. They almost trash.
We'll see.
But I like Robinson though. That boy's a beast. He's scary, bro. That boy's scary. And Kirko Chain, because he a God-fearing man. That boy a preacher. Well, he mediocre on the field. But anyways, the Ravens beat the Cowboys. That was a win-win game for me. That was like, somebody's gonna lose. So, and the Ravens, like, I know at some point they're gonna, get back to being a decent team or good team. So, it doesn't surprise me that they beat the Cowboys.
Yeah.
The Rams beat the Niners, right? We talked about that, but the Niners got a lot of people hurt. So, and the Bengals, once again, these Bengals that everybody was talking about them, they were probably going to win the division. They haven't won a game.
I mean,
So,
you expect them to?
hmm? What do you say
No, I already know how you feel about them. I'm trolling, but
about who?
you know what I'm talking about. Who they?
Come on, man.
What's their saying? Who they?
Trash, trash. They all trash.
Basura.
Basura. But once again, DC stand up. That's a good win, though. On
Yeah.
the road, that's a good win against a desperate team. Bengals are decent. They just don't win because they're not winners. But they're talented and they're a decent team. They're just not winners. Coach, OC. But come on, man.
It looks like
Talented.
only when they play the Chiefs so far, that's when they brings the best out of them. Outside of that, they just suck. They need to get it together, bro.
They
Like,
they lost to the Redskins.
you
That's
know, it's
all.
crazy.
I mean
I
the
can't believe
Commanders.
people be praising Joe Burrow so much, and just because he made it to a Super Bowl and loss. I mean, Jalen Hurts did the same thing, and he gets criticized crazy. But Joe Burrow, he can lose all these games, and it's like, well, he's Joe Burrow. Like he's one of the best quarterbacks. I'm
You
like,
don't have to tell me, bro. I've been saying this right after that Super Bowl. I think that same year I was still saying it.
yeah.
But anyways,
Bro,
now what's up with those? Anything else with those comments though?
hold on. My man, we got some returners. My boy Dave. Remember Dave from last week? He's a Commanders fan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know he got to be hype as shit right now.
Oh yeah, yeah. We
What up,
gotta
Dave?
we gotta give them love.
Yeah, we got to give the Commanders some love, a little bit of love, not too much, because we got to play them twice this year still. But that rookie, and we talked about this during in the offseason. We were talking about like who are the potential rookies and who his team might draft. And he actually wanted Daniels. Like we were talking about this. He said, "How about the Redskins?" He said, he really wanted Daniels, and boom, they get Daniels, and sure enough, he's a day one starter, and he's just rocking it out there.
Balling,
You look at the other quarterbacks that
balling.
drafted before him, and you start wondering like, okay, well, what's Caleb Williams doing? Like he was
I
a number
mean,
pick.
he's not only looking better than the rookie quarterbacks, he's looking better than most quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like he's actually balling, and he's the main reason that they're winning games.
Yeah,
So I'm pretty sure that team is like re-energized,
yeah.
and that they have some hope now. Because I'm sorry, sometimes I might sound negative, but I'm just being honest. The Redskins, I'm sorry, the Commanders, they have been a trash franchise for so long.
Forever.
You
I
know what
don't
I'm
think
saying? Like
they've
I know
never
it's the
had
ownership and stuff
yeah,
like that, because it happened a lot of sick stuff happened, not only football related,
yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? But anyways, and it has nothing to do with the Native Americans. I'm talking about crazy stuff. If you know, you know. But the thing is like, it's about time. It's about time, bro. They changed that culture. And
So he
I
said
think I think they're on their way.
they are, and they're actually heading in the right direction. But last year they traded away some key deep pieces on defense, and they're going to be suffering a little bit this year. That's what David's saying right now. Like he says they're almost going to lose the game because of how bad their defense is. But at the end of the day, this is a year where you're just experimenting. If you guys even make the playoffs or
Rookie
sniff
quarterback.
playoffs
Yep.
with this guy, your
Yep.
future is bright, bro. And I
Yeah,
think that
yeah.
they might end up being top six, top seven in the NFC. And I
Life.
might call me crazy, but in the NFC where it's not as strong, I mean, other than you got the Lions, the Niners, and the Eagles, those are locks.
Right.
You got the Cowboys swimming
Maybe.
there. You had the Saints for a week or 2 weeks, and then
Right.
we handled
Right.
that, knocked
So
that
you're
out.
saying they have a chance. You're saying they
I'm
have a
saying they
chance.
got a chance to be a wild card. That's
Yeah,
what I'm.
yeah. Life is about progress, and that's what you're looking for. So if they make progress from last year with this rookie quarterback, and they keep heading up, that'll be good though. Because for too many years, it's been like just weird. That team, you know, prayers up, prayers up. But they looking better, so good for them.
All right, enough about the Commanders. No, yeah, I mean, I gave them enough respect, but fuck them now. You know, back to
Yeah, this is first and last.
Eagles or some
First and
Steelers. I'm just
last.
kidding, but nah, man. But again, well, like I say, I'm happy. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for his team to have a little success, except when they play us. And you know, it's time. It's time for somebody other than the Eagles and the Dallas to be the top two all the time. Like
Right.
let's get the Giants more competitive. Let's get the Commanders more competitive. You know, it makes the division more fun when they're all at, not as good, but when they're all competitive. You
Of
know.
course.
Um,
Doing competition.
my man,
And
Jose Jimenez said, "Go Steelers." I don't know if you know my boy Jose. Man, this guy's funny as shit, bro. But he said, "Go Steelers." I'm assuming he's a Steelers fan. So there you go, brother. You got some people showing you love.
we family. We all family. Come on, we
Yeah.
all family. You already know.
Um,
Anything else on those comments though?
yeah. Let me go back to your page because I went to the live feed to see who was commenting on there. So I gotta go back to your page real quick. Boom. Then we're right here. Boom. All right. 10 comments. We read the first one by David Silver. Now let's move on to the next one. I think you comment on there, so that one doesn't count because that was technically you. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Um, I don't know if it's Trevor or Trevor Owens. He says Hurts pulled through against a dirty Saints team after not having his top two wide receiver options. Yes, sir, he did. He sure did, Mr. Owens. I appreciate you showing some love.
That's my boy Travar
Hurt,
Owens.
Hurts, he needs to cut this damn turnover shit down, bro. Like this is really our problem. Imagine if we don't turn the ball over in all of these games.
Play a clean game.
We
Play a
play-
clean game. Bro, turnovers. People don't get it. Like sacks, turnovers, penalties. You
Going
gonna
forward on fourth
lose.
down is a turnover.
You gonna lose. Those things kill you. Turnovers, penalties,
Yeah.
and then sacks. That bro. If you limit that, you always gonna have a chance. Always gonna have a chance.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Travar, he was one of my players at Central. A great athlete, and football player and flag football player. So, Eagles fan, diehard Eagles fan, really funny guy, and that's my boy right there. What else we got though?
Another comment was Sierran is clueless by George Melendez. I feel like he is clueless, but I not really. Like I can see where he's coming from, but it's not that he's clueless. I think he's trying to. He hears the critics on about him not being consistent with what he wants to do, and I felt like him going for every fucking fourth down is him trying to prove the critics wrong, and it backfired. You know,
What I
because
say is their ego. These coaches, their ego, always trying to prove that they're like geniuses and stuff like that. Always like
in
you
reality,
know. So he's not the only one, but like I said, something to something to look for, in the next few weeks. Because if they're questioning your decisions, and when I said they, I'm not talking about some people. I'm talking about everybody, the fans, the players, the media, like us. So it cannot be like that every year. We should be giving you more credit, especially with a talented team. I know you have a few injuries though, but yeah, yeah.
too many to
I
start.
don't I don't trust him. He got to prove it to me. So I'm not gonna say clueless, but I know like you said, I know what he's saying. Like sometimes he seems lost,
Yeah, it seems like he's trying to lose his
lost.
on purpose, even though that's not the case. But it'd be feeling like that. Um,
Right.
somebody says scripted NFL is the new boxing. That's funny.
And what did I say?
You said like Cowboys.
Sound like a Cowboys fan.
Hey, yeah,
It's
that's funny.
scripted. No, like you said earlier, you know what it is? Coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Chiefs don't win because it's scripted.
No.
They got Mahomes and they have
They got the best coach
Reed.
possibly of all time.
Bro, like that wins games. That win game. But yeah, and by the way, shout out to my boy Frankie Quiles, Shorty, player, football player from Puerto Rico, one of the superstars, a superstar in Puerto Rico, a Hall of Famer in Puerto Rico, actually. He always played in the enemy or in the opposite teams. So we had like multiple battles, multiple battles. Great player, but he a Cowboy fan, so he's salty. He
Yeah.
mad.
I mean, hey, that comes.
Saludo, Chori.
Yeah, that comes with it. Uh, what else? I think, and then the next comment was David said that Chiefs get the calls and
Everybody crying about the Chiefs. Come on, but we got to move on. Stop whining. Win the game. Win by 2 touchdowns. Come on, coach. You should know this. I'm disappointed on that one.
All right, here we go.
You should know better.
You asked who is your top 5? Who is your bottom 3? Did we go? We already went this one thing.
Yeah, go to our page though. Real quick. Oh, you want to go over the games?
No, I'm on our page right now. All right, so Eagles and Steelers win, but there's no more. But there's more. Cowboys and Niners lose again. Ravens and Giants finally win, and the Bengals laughing emoji. I already know that was you that posted it because it wasn't me. What's the biggest storyline of Week 3? And then here we got some people that commented. We have. Come on, stop playing with me. All comments, not just relevant. All right. Malcolm said the lack of calls the Chiefs get called. It was more about the Chiefs and the damn calls, bro. Oh my God. But
sounds like my kids.
Chill out, bro, because we lost the Super Bowl because of Chiefs calls. So
come on to the next one.
Crying about it. I'm still crying about it. Okay, whatever.
That's almost understandable, but you gotta let it go. But it's almost understandable. That was the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you gotta let him go like fucking James Bradbury should have done instead of grabbing his jersey. Just let him go, bro. Let him go and give us a chance back down and score, bro. But all right, Devin, my boy Devin said, when you play the Chiefs, you got to give the refs a jersey. Here we go, another. Bro, this is about to.
That is funny though.
Everybody wants to.
That is funny, but come on, guys, let it go.
Devin also said, I know is the way Barkley ran that 63-yard touch.
Barkley.
He's basically saying that the way Barkley ran that 63-yard touchdown, you can tell it was try to get revenge for Smitty because that was some bullshit. Biggest storyline from Devin again, for me are the Vikings are 3-0. Also, with all these injuries, what team will play next man up for real? Like what team is gonna actually whatever team has injuries? Who's
the
gonna
Niners? The Niners better find some players.
You want to talk about next man up? Did you not see our 2 offensive linemen went out and we had our backup guys come in and you couldn't even tell the difference? That's some real shit right there. And when you had an all-pro that got a concussion that had to come out and then you got his backup come in and we didn't skip a beat, that is Jeff Stoutland at the best. He's one of
respect that.
Offensive line coaches, bro.
I respect that.
Ready to go every game. So
what about the Vikings?
I don't know. I don't think they're for real. They're fluke.
Are they a playoff team?
They might make the playoffs because what's it call it? Caleb Williams and the Bears. They're not looking like they got rhythm. They're not looking good, even though they're really good on paper. They're not good on field yet. You got the Packers who lost Jordan Love. He I think he's coming back though, but until he comes back, not counting that as a playoff team just yet. Then you got the Lions.
I say they're not making the playoffs. I said it.
Yeah.
I mean, Vikings. Come on, man. Who do they have? Some people were saying they were gonna be a dirt team. How do they go from a bottom 3, bottom 5, bottom 10 to making the playoffs? We're about to find out.
Sure.
Yeah, but I don't think so. I'm gonna just throw it out there. Vikings, fake.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Like I said, they look like a different team, but it doesn't mean they're gonna, really
do what they got.
Do anything. Yeah.
All right. Next comment, was the Panthers game a fluke or was Bryce Young really the problem?
Oh man. Sad. Now I think I heard he's going through some personal problems too. So, it got to be rough to lose your starting job and lose,
To who though? To my basketball, to my Sixers starting point guard, Tyrese.
What are you talking about, G?
I know you're talking about him losing his girl to a basketball player.
No, I didn't say anything like that, bro.
Okay, I know where you were going. Yeah, you was trying to.
I didn't say that.
You baited me into saying this. You baited me into saying this, bro.
Yo, what a setup. So you saying that I set you up, but you set me up.
How did I set you up? What are you talking about? I didn't say anything about Bryce.
You saying anyways. Yeah. we'll pray for him. Um, it's a cold world,
It is.
and when the team sucks, it's gonna suck for you. So from the gate, he's already in a losing situation.
Yeah.
Now the team look like they actually, are an NFL team last week. But also, I don't think that nobody prepared for um homeboy. What's his name?
Andy
Oh,
Dalton
oh my God. Yes, Andy.
got cut from the Bengals.
Yeah. So but good for them, I guess. And he's still young, so he's still small. He's still small. He's small.
Yeah, that's the problem. I
That
don't
doesn't help.
a great collegiate player, but in the NFL, man, is hard. Ask Kyler Murray, like even though he has a good game here and there, but overall, what's the kind of success that he had in his league? Like he's always been injured. Like when you're small, that's inevitable. Like I don't know.
Drew Brees, and Wilson are the only two quarterbacks that are not like 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", that they had success. They won Super Bowls, but they're both like, good athletes or decent athletes, at least with Drew Brees. But they had good teams. You know what I'm saying? Like they had good teams. You remember Wilson with the Seahawks? That defense, Legion of Doom, that defense was sick though. They had beast mode, they had ballers, receivers too, but the defense was sick and great coaching. You know what I'm saying? So he was small, but people around him made a lot of plays. Same thing with Drew Brees. He always had great teams. Even with the Chargers, he had like a lot of good players. On offense, the Chargers was always stacked. You know what I'm saying? And when he went to the Saints, they had a lot of weapons, a lot of weapons. So those are the only two guys of that size that they actually. Drew Brees, of course, one of the all timer, and Hall of Fame, and Wilson could end up having a Hall of Fame
That's a
season.
good. I got a question for you. Do you feel like with him, he's the backup to Justin Fields in Steeler Nation? So, do you think that's going to affect his Hall of Fame status? The fact that the end of his career just went downwards. Like he's been playing horrible football the last 3 years.
If he doesn't play again, um, I mean, if he doesn't start again and win some games, I don't think that he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he only has one Super Bowl, right? One
Mhm.
Super Bowl
He
doesn't make
made it
him
to
a Hall of
two
Famer, in
though.
my opinion.
He made it to two
He
Super
made it
Bowls.
to two, but he lost one because he threw a dumbass. Wow, first of all, that is the most controversial call for
We can
Super
have
Bowl.
two. We can have
The goal line,
two podcasts
not
on
just
just
that.
that play.
You got Marshawn Lynch, bro. Why are you throwing at the 1 yard line? Why? Do you want to win this game, or do you want
Um,
you want somebody to look like a hero? Because it looked like you wanted somebody to look like a hero. And
yeah,
it wasn't Marshawn who could have just walked that bitch in, and y'all could have had 2 rings. Yeah,
that changed the whole team. That ruined that team. After that, they never came back from that.
yeah.
The players and the team never came back from that. Um, so yeah, but that is a fascinating game, bro. That's one of the best Super Bowls in the history. If you go back and watch that, bro, some of the most insane things happened in that Super Bowl, though. It was like crazy, though. I cannot even like start talking about it. But it was a great game, and yeah, they mess up. They should have run the ball. Of course, everybody knows that. Beast mode is beast mode. He would have, and it was like second down. I think it was second down. I think it was second down. And even if it was third down, but I think it was second down, bro. And the coaching of Belichick, because they went over that play in practice, and homeboy got cooked. So Belichick made them play it the other way, where they both have to jam. And when he saw it, he attacked
Just stepped
instead
up.
of reacting.
It's the same thing
And
that happened with
play
Hurts
of the
that passed with to Smitty last game.
one
He
of the best plays of all times, bro.
just not at the 1 yard line, but it was similar defensive play where when you're backed up in the end zone and you got your opponents coming towards you, you're not gonna back up because there's stands behind you. Like you have nowhere to go. It's not like you have a full field behind you. You're not gonna go too far back. So what
They're
happens
gonna
is
score. They're
go
gonna
forward.
score. If you go back, they're
You
gonna
throw the
score.
ball, they're gonna go forward because the receiver can't go out of bounds. He goes out of bounds. Now he can't come back in and catch the ball. That's illegal.
Right.
So again, that's just a smart defensive play, and it's stupid to throw the ball at the 1 yard line. You know what I mean? Like that's just the stupidest thing ever. So
Not a Hall of Famer if he doesn't play again and win games.
good. So you answered my question.
And hey, love and respect for him though, because he was a really good player. He made a lot of plays, but the way he's the way things ended for him, not only on the field, but in the locker room, suspect. So
Hold on. I'm about to try this real quick. See if people can comment or ask this question. Is Russell with 2 L's or one?
I'm sorry.
Russell Wilson, is it 2 L's or one?
I think it's two.
It's gonna have to be two.
I'm not sure though.
I just created a poll. Russell Wilson, a Hall of Famer? Yes or no?
No. He says 2 S's and 2 L's, I think. So we're gonna go over these next games.
Yeah, I mean mainly ours because we actually have 2 minutes, so probably just our 2
Okay,
minutes.
so what do you think for your game?
So we have the Buccaneers. I think that we are going to win. I think that this will be the first game that we win by a touchdown. Like a little more than a touchdown and convincingly. Like I think that we're gonna stump these guys, and not just because they're not playing too well. I think that we have vengeance on our mind because if you remember the last time we played these guys, it was in the wild card last year where we got bumped. So
Right.
I think we're
Right.
gonna.
I do remember.
Was it the wild card? Yeah, because we lost the division.
Yep.
So we came in as a wild card. We went down to Tampa and lost, got our ass whooped. We only put up 9 points, I think. So I think this game, even though we don't have AJ and Smitty, I think this is a game where Hurts looks like an MVP, where Saquon looks like he can be an MVP, and where Dallas Goedert, I don't know if he's gonna have the 170, but he might have 80 yards. He might have 7 catches for 80 or 6 catches for 80 and a touchdown, in my opinion. We'll see. But yeah, I think that's what I got for my game. I'm wishing I can wear my chain next week. I wish
that should be a good game. That should be a really, really good game.
Tell me about your game.
I expect the Steelers to beat the Colts because the Colts are trash. It is what it is. So hopefully they score some offensive touchdowns. And I'm only looking for what I'm interested in seeing some progress from Justin Fields and being able to read blitzes and just having command of the offense. I haven't seen a complete game from him, so hopefully we can see one against the Colts.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, hopefully you go 4-0 and I can go 3-1. Or, hopefully if you do happen to lose, at least we'll both be 3-1 and I ain't got nothing over my team and can't talk shit to my team anymore. So I'm just
right.
Kidding. But yeah, bro. So with that being said, everybody, we will be back for episode number 5 next week. We're gonna try. Our goal is to go live on Tuesdays. Again, family first, and I'm moving. I got a lot going on. So until I get settled into my San Antonio place, things might move here and there, but we're always gonna record each week, no matter what. So with that being said, fellas, we'll see y'all next week. And ladies, if there's any ladies watching, we'll see y'all next week for episode number 5. And you know what time it is. This is the Eagles podcast where we talk
all Steelers,
all Eagles,
all NFL.
Let's get it, man. We'll be back next week. God bless you guys. We out.